What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? What is love? What is love? Hello. Welcome to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question, what is love? I'm Merlin Malilly. On today's Love Show, we are going to discuss whether love is elemental or just plain mental. The ancient Greeks believed in love in many different forms. They had at least 5 words for love. Agape, which is pure love with no sex, love of God, pure. Eros, which is sexual, passionate love. Philia, which is platonic love of friends, no sex. Storge, which is natural love, maternal love, and unconditional love, also no sex. And Xenia, which is hospitality or charity. We are the ones who only have 1 word in English for the 5 words they had in Greek. And I feel like this is where we might find that love might be mental. And honestly, I think it is in Eros that we will find evidence of insanity. Plato said, love is a grave mental disease. But he said it in Greek, and he referred to Eros there. He thought that philia, or friendship born out of Eros, that in turn feeds back into Eros. So I guess he believed in a sex friend kind of cycle. Excuse me. Neil Burton, MD at Psychology Today, says that not only does philia strengthen and develop Eros, but it also transforms it into a shared desire for a higher level of understanding of the self, the other, and the universe. In short, philia transforms Eros from lust for possession into an impulse for philosophy. Again, that was Neil Burton, MD at Psychology Today. I think philia grounds Eros from its crazy. Like Eros is a helium balloon that would just float away without philia. You know, like sex would just float away without friendship. Same thing. So I feel that without some sort of rational love, Eros is just sex and not love at all. And here at the Love Show, we have established that love is not sex. At least for love show purposes, the love we are seeking to find is not sex. In our Is Love Hormonal episode, the first episode of our second season here, we found that love is not sex, not for love show purposes. And here at the Love Show, we don't believe that it's the same thing. And that's, I think, where we get most of our problems and misconceptions with the world, is because people misunderstand love. All of the evidence I found proving love to be mental were in reference to Eros. Everything I found saying that it was crazy was all about Eros. It was about sex. And sex is a little crazy. It's extremely risky. You open yourself up to a lot of pain if it all goes wrong. Even if it all goes right, you open yourself up to a lot of pain. I certainly have never experienced mental illness symptoms of love with love of God, or with philia, or with charity. But my children make me feel mental sometimes. I have 3 children, and throughout the years I found myself saying, kind of to myself, kind of to everybody else, kind of to calm me down, I love my children, I love my children, I love my children. I would say it to myself a lot when they were being particularly difficult. I love my children, I love my children, I love my children. But my love for my children is what kept my sanity. The children make me crazy. The love keeps me sane. When Eros led to tragedy for me, see our forgiveness episode. When Eros led to tragedy for me, I found charity, or Xenia, to help me heal. I found giving to help me heal. Stepping outside of my own self and helping someone else. It helped me help myself. And it helped me feel better about myself when I was feeling kind of crappy about myself. For me, Eros was a happy result of agape and philia and storge and Xenia. My husband and I first got together running free kitchens and feeding the hungry together. It was sort of accidental or serendipitous or a mistake, but at least the Eros part, not that I regret anything. Eros ultimately gave me my children. And, well, as I've said, I love my children. And I do love them all very, very much. But as I've said before, sex just isn't that important to me. And we really don't have that great need to procreate for survival anymore. And we are almost invasive. I would not say we are endangered. We wouldn't have all of these problems like homelessness and hunger. And that's partially because of sheer greed. Why someone on this planet should have billions in bank while another starves to death in the gutter, I don't know. But it is evidence that we are not endangered. So we really don't need all of this be fruitful and multiply business anymore. I mean, I could see where we needed it at one point, and I know it's one of the first commandments in the Torah, and it was important to humanity at one point, but is it so important anymore? I don't feel that it is as important as, say, in like the time of Jesus. We were fruitful. We did multiply. We've been there. We've done that. 10-4. Job completed. Check that box. We did it, humanity. Now go take a cold shower. Good God, everything is not about sex. And actually, it does not sell as well as you might think. Especially since it's free all over the internet now. Lordy. I don't know what the rest of the world is like right now, but America needs to go take a cold shower and calm down. Eros is making you all crazy. Yes, I believe my conclusion today is that love is elemental and sex is mental. Sex, Eros, is what makes us lose our faculties. Elemental is defined as primary or basic. In our necessity episode, we proved that babies need love to survive. That is pretty basic. The very essence of primary, really. Some believe that there are 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and there's debate about the 5th one. Excuse me. I've often said that it's enlightenment, the 5th element, while others say the 5th element is blood, which I definitely do not believe. My spirit guides have actually told me that it's definitely not blood. And I think that's where sacrifice gets misconstrued, and people think that all throughout history, sacrifices have been, like cutting an animal or a person even sometimes open and, offering it to the gods. But why would gods eat meat? For one thing, I don't really think they eat meat, nor do I think they ever really ate meat. And I don't think it works that way. I think when holy books or holy scripture mention sacrifice, I think what they really mean is like sacrifice of yourself, like when you give to charity, or when you love your children, or when you give up something for your children, or that sacrifice that isn't killing something and saying, giving it to something that you can't really see or hear or feel. I don't think that's what sacrifice means. I think that's one of our other biggest misconceptions. And I think if we looked hard enough, archaeologically even, and historically, that we could find that maybe we messed that up in a lot of places. And maybe some people just ran with it saying, oh yeah, we could kill everything because this holy book says so. We're doing it for the gods. But I don't think we're supposed to kill everything. Thou shalt not kill is also in a holy book. And I don't think we're supposed to kill things. I don't even eat meat. I don't think we're supposed to kill everything. I don't think that's how we all get along. Some say in the Celtic tradition that the fifth element is yeast. You know what I think it is? Love. I think the fifth element, now in my wiser years, I think the fifth element is love. Therefore, that would make love elemental. Instrumental, elemental, occasionally when confused with eros, mental, but quintessential to life and essential to life. So elemental, yes, elemental. We need earth, air, fire, water, and love to live this life. Elemental. Elemental. I love you. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays.